Pour yourself a cold one and join us for a show filled to the brim with fun,
Bite your tushy.
entertainment,
Donkey, don't give me that side.
information,
That is heavenly.
and a little weirdness.
Yeah, if you show up to the St. Patty's Day parade just with no green,
We're pinching you.
yeah, we're
Right
coming.
there.
We're coming at you.
With your permission, because we don't want to be sued.
It's Happy Hour with DJ Kyle.
Hello and welcome to Happy Hour. I'm your host, DJ Kyle. Sit back and relax. For the next little bit, we've got a great show lined up for you. We have a Furry Friends today on the show, which is a cat named Daffodil. We also take you out and introduce you to a new project in town called Driven to Win. And of course, we sit down with our good friends at the Ozarks Amphitheater. Mary Kay is on the show today, so we're going to find out some of the great things going on there. Stay right here. It's Happy Hour. This reminder to drive safe and boat safe is brought to you by Price & Randall Injury Attorneys. Don't forget, put your phone down and buckle up.
The lake has it all. The scenic outdoors, the incredible events, and of course the water.
But did you know 50% of all fatal boating crashes in Missouri last year involved alcohol?
Although we know the lake is all about having a great time, we also know what's most important to you.
So don't forget and always designate a sober captain ahead of time, so this summer won't be your last summer.
This reminder to drive safe, boat safe, brought to you by Price & Randall, Injury Attorneys.
Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour. I'm your host, DJ Kyle, and we have a very, very special treat. Mary Kay from the Ozarks Amphitheater is in here with us this morning. How are you doing, Mary Kay?
You know what? I am doing exceptionally well.
I tell you what, there's so much going on at the amphitheater, and also we're talking about already booking for next year going on, right?
Yeah, May has already gotten very busy
Well, I'm
for
excited.
2025.
I'm excited about hearing about 2025, but we're still working in 2024, and the COMC concert series is in full swing, and we have some great shows that are coming up. Friday, August 16th is...
That's correct, this Friday. We have got Warrant, Firehouse, and Jack Russell's Great White. It's going to be a great night of 80s hair band music.
I picture those kind of shows being almost like karaoke nights, where it's just like the band can almost not even sing, but everyone in the crowd is just singing along to all their
Exactly.
hits. You know?
Yeah, singing their guts out, which is just so fun. I got to tell you, I got a call. I was working with doing the advancing on the writers, and I was talking to one of the gentlemen from Warrant, and we were talking about catering backstage, and then we were talking about desserts, and he goes, "Can I have one request?" And I said, "Well, of course." And he goes, "Please, no cherry pie. Everybody does that."
I could imagine. Welcome.
said-
Here's some cherry pie. Oh, again.
And then we were laughing because I said, "And I bet they think that they're the first one that thought of
Yeah,
it, and that they're gonna love this."
They're going to love this. Well, we all have cherry pies for all of them. So yeah, I feel like that would just be such a fun sing-along. And there's been so many artists that have come through the amphitheater that have had so many great hits that you just can't help but sing along. But then there's also been so many artists that have come through that you get to see on the stage, and then later that year, they're winning awards and taking off and booking, shows, world tours and stuff like that. So it really is a great thing to have here at Lake of the Ozarks, to where we get to see new artists and old artists and everyone in between and just be entertained. So what are some other shows that are coming up that you're really looking forward to?
Well, I always love having Jamie Johnson back. He's a class act. He is just so great to work with, and he's bringing with him Whitey Morgan in the 78s, but he's also bringing Mae Estes. That young girl is blowing up. Keep your eyes on her. She was played in our plaza a couple years ago. I think actually she opened for Darius Rucker in the plaza. So
And
yeah,
now she's on the big
going
stage.
places.
That
yeah,
is great.
She just got to play the Ryman a couple of weeks ago, so that's very
Wow.
exciting for her.
And when's that show? That's the Jamie Johnson one?
Jamie Johnson, that is going to be August 24th.
Ooh, coming up.
Coming
All
up, right behind, yeah. And then Labor Day weekend, we've got Justin Moore and Joe Nichols. That's going to be a great show.
Oh, yeah.
That is always going to be. We've had Justin Moore before. He has that travel with him. He had 2 Great Danes, and when they came off the bus, it looked like, well, Dustin's got a Great Dane, but they're a little bit bigger than his. It looked like 2 calves coming off the bus.
Brought cows to the amphitheater.
Where do those actually even live in that bus? So that's very exciting. And then we've got Bike Fest weekend. Man, we've got talent stacked one right after the other. We've got Frank Foster on Thursday. On Friday, we've got Cole Wetzel. If you don't have your tickets for that one, you're going to miss out. They're bringing with them back again Treaty Oak Revival.
Oh, wow.
They were there with Whiskey Myers. They're coming back for this one.
So 2 times in 1 year, you get to see
2 times in 1 year.
That is
yeah.
great.
So,
now, let's talk about the Frank Foster show. Let's talk about that opening band. You mentioned earlier off the camera that this was a band that you just really like sunk your teeth into and enjoyed the music of.
Well, and the direct support is 1,000 Horses. Absolutely fabulous band. But the opener is the Comancheros, and they're a regional band. I just absolutely love these kids, or young men. They're just fun. I mean, like bottled up fun. They have like their Western wear. Well, they call themselves heavy and Western.
Yeah.
That's
and
how they
if
describe their
you've never listened
music.
to their music, go listen to it. Heavy and Western, it's spectacular.
They are fun. So, I mean, they're definitely going to amp it up that night for that concert. Frank Foster, wow, what a talent. I mean, I've gotten to listen to a lot of his stuff, definitely a fan. It is going to be a great night of music.
Absolutely.
And then we're ending Bike Fest week with Cypress Hill and Yellow Wolf. I mean,
Woo!
ready?
Yep, that's going to be fun. that really will be a great wrap up to the whole weekend.
For Bike Fest, yes. Yeah. You know, we'll give them Sunday off because then they have to, get ready to go back home.
Take
from
a
their
deep
week
breath
at
and
the
then
lake.
go back to work. So we also have coming up in October, we have the garage sale that's coming
let's
up.
go back. We've got Foreigner coming on the 4th. And this is their final. This will be
The final tour.
The last opportunity to see Foreigner together. And accompanying them this year, well, besides Loverboy, which I'm really excited about, they're bringing with them, and they'll get to sing with them on stage, is the Versailles High School Choir.
Yeah, this is what a great opportunity. The Versailles High School Choir got picked to be able to get up on stage and sing portions of songs, right? They're learning them now, I'm sure, right?
Yes. So, the high school's very excited about it. Foreigner's very excited about it. Their PR manager that I talk to on a regular basis, he's very excited because he's orchestrated this whole thing. But what a great opportunity for those young people.
Yeah.
And he said in his tenure of doing this that he actually knows of some that this was the catalyst for them going into the music industry. So I'm really looking forward to giving those kids a great opportunity and a great experience.
Yeah, they get to see all that backstage stuff that goes on. And speaking of backstage, real quick, we only have a few minutes left here, but I want to talk a little bit about the things that you do at the amphitheater. So these artists put on the greatest shows ever, and it's because of the rolling out the red carpet that the amphitheater does. So tell us just a few things quickly that you do for the artists.
Well, like I said earlier, a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So we make sure that we feed them very well. We work with Chris from the Butcher Shop, cannot say enough good things about their catering. And then Mindy and Jim from Wicked Sugar. Oh my gosh, the amount of work and detail that they put into the desserts. And they make specific desserts for each band is just amazing. And then we have the after show food. We work with Swallowtail Farm to Table and listening to the bands rant and rave about the food in general. I mean, we'll have bands that we've worked with in prior years, and like I said earlier, I sometimes can't remember what I ate last week.
Yeah.
And they'll be asking me specifically, do you have the same caterer?
Can I already put my order in?
Yeah,
yet?
exactly.
'Cause,
are we going to have this? Are we going to have that? Like Ario Speedwagon loves the Butcher Shop's chicken tortilla soup, where they ask for it every time.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is great.
So, I don't feel my job has been done unless the bands are asking to come back.
Yeah.
You know, and we've got a lot of bands that we're in negotiations with now that you'll be seeing them again next year. So we got a lot of exciting things slated, but we still have more yet. We've got Brantley Gilbert on October 5th. That's going to be the last concert. Then on October 12th, we have the Save Your Seat program. It's basically a seat license. If you love a particular seat, you can buy a seat license. So then when we announce a show, you have 48 hours to decide if you want to buy tickets for that particular show, or you can let it go and tickets and they'll go back on sale to the general public. But a lot of people take advantage of that.
It's a great program. Well, for more information, Mary Kay, thank you so much for coming in today.
You're welcome.
For more information and to get those tickets, it's ozarksamp.com. Get them today.
You've dealt with chronic knee, back, and even foot pain for years, and nothing has seemed to work. Until now. Introducing Beck Wellness Center's new specialty knee rehab program and neuropathy techniques you've probably never seen before. And they work. Board certified in neuropathy, experience Dr. Beck's breakthrough rescue program that can eliminate problems at their source. Try it to believe it. Give us a call today. Your healthier, happier life starts with Beck Wellness Center.
Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour. I am DJ Kyle, and we are on location at this place right here, a big garage. It's Driven to Win, and we have Tim here with us. Tim, how you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good.
Good. Well, thank you so much for inviting us into the shop here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Driven to Win and what it is and what you guys do and really how you got here?
Yeah, so Driven to Win is a unique program for teenagers. We're targeting 14 to 18-year-old teens and using the avenue of motorsports, particularly dirt track racing, to impact and to develop life skills, impact young people through a good friendship base, and then also to combat the suicidal epidemic that's sweeping through our nation. And there's a group up in Minnesota that I came in contact with called Never Alone. And they started something similar to this past April. And I was shown a video from them and I got in touch with them and just became something that I became passionate about. I love racing, been doing it for a long time. And so the desire for helping kids, I pastor here at Bible Baptist in Camdenton. And so mixing the passion for people and the passion for racing together knit my heart to something as unique as this. And just to show in our region about the epidemic of suicidal attempts and tendencies and things like that, I did some research down with Lake Regional Hospital, and in 2024 alone, they have seen over 100 kids in the ER, specifically in the emergency room, for suicidal tendencies. Wow. And you think about our region, I mean, that's a huge amount of young people, and think that those are the ones that asked for help.
Yeah.
And then you consider those who haven't asked for help, and I guarantee that number is 300, 400, 500 who have anticipated or thought about it, and maybe even tried to do self-harm. When I heard that number, it just broke my heart for these kids that they're bullied, they're told they're not good enough, they don't have many people in their life that care for them outside of maybe the school, and that's what drove me to this passion. Is let's get this shop full of some kids, some teenagers that need a place that they can learn important things, they can have good friendships, and they can be told that they're important.
Yeah, exactly. And they feel wanted and feel used, and I think that's such a great idea. So tell us a little bit about this car that we're standing here next to. This is your race car, right?
Yeah.
So you built this thing, right?
Yeah, this is my personal race car, and I said, for this interview, if we're going to talk about race cars, we need a race car here, and so this is my personal race car, and race all around Missouri, things like that, And this is car number 21 that I've built personally, and I've built all front-wheel drive, 4-cylinder race cars, and so this is car number 21 that I've built, and excited about teaching that trade or those skills to young people, and I enjoy it.
And so this is what the kids are going to be doing. They're going to take a car that you've had a couple people that have done some donating to get cars in here, and they're going to just pretty much strip them down, right? And then rebuild them. And you're going to be breaking them up into teams, right? Because you'll have several cars being built at the same time, right?
Yeah, so we got to give a shout out to Starnes Auto Body over in Lebanon. They donated us 5 cars to build.
That's
and
cool.
So they're coming in as street cars, seats, radios, everything. Maybe even have air conditioning still. So we're going to bring them in, strip them down, gut them out, and then start putting a roll cage in it. And those kids get to start from the very beginning. They're gonna love to bust the windshields out, and they're gonna love to get into the nitty gritty of those things. And then to be able to roll cage it and then make it look nice and fancy. And so we're gonna split them, we're gonna have 5 cars, we're gonna split them into teams and do some challenges through the weeks and keep it interesting and exciting for them as they learn about building race cars, but learn so many valuable things of mechanics and be able to work with their hands.
And just being able to connect with other people that are on their level. So I think that's such a great thing and such a great outreach to our community to see this healing in the form of race cars. And I am so excited to hear about what's going to be happening in the future. Now, what are some things that you guys need at Driven to Win to, of course, continue on? You have someone that donated some cars. That's obviously, it doesn't stop there. You need more things. So what are some of the things that you're looking for?
So important right now, we thank all our sponsors. We've had a good number of sponsors that have helped us with the building. We're at the point right now where we need to fund the cars. We've had the cars donated, but we've got to buy the roll cage material. We've got to buy the safety material. I mean, you think racing seats and seat belts and helmets and fire suits and things like that for the kids. We don't want them to have to go out and buy those things. We want this to be 100% free for them to show up and have some fun. So right now, our costs to build a race car will be $3,000. And so if you'd like to sponsor, maybe you've got a business, something like that, and we've got it on our Facebook page about your design on the race car. Your business would be on the race car. And so it'd be a tax write-off. You know, we're a nonprofit organization, things like that. So what I've been telling people is 100% of the proceeds go to this program right here. No one takes a salary. No one does anything different. I thank our church that has gotten behind it and helped out with the building and things like that. So that is number one need, is to get some funds to build the race cars. Secondary is on our Facebook page and our website is an Amazon wish list. So they can go on to our Amazon wish list and buy tools, buy safety glasses and gloves and things like that the kids will need while they're here. And it ships straight to us, so you don't have to worry about it.
That's perfect.
So those are the 2 things right away. And then we're having on September 10th, which is National Suicide Awareness Day. Tuesday night, September 10th, is our open house here at the shop. We're gonna have race cars here. We're gonna have quite a few, and we're gonna have hot dogs and drinks and all those things. And that's where you can sign your teams up to be a part of it. There'll be some waivers and some information that you can gain from that. But be here, I'd say, to just come and meet us. And we have a good group of individuals here that will be helping and volunteering, things like that. So I'm looking forward to that too.
I'm absolutely excited about your passion for this, and I'm excited to see the kids and how they will change and be transformed just going through this, not only building cars, but you have some kids that are going to be coming in and videoing the whole process and editing and stuff. So they're going to be working together as teams as well. And again, just getting that camaraderie with other teens their age and other people in the same boat as they are. So I definitely look forward to the impact that you're going to have here in this lake area.
Yeah.
So thank you so much,
Yes,
Tim,
sir.
for letting us come in here and check this out. And again, why don't you drive everyone to the Facebook and your website?
Facebook is Driven to Win, or our website is driventowin.org. And you can shoot me an email, driventowinCamdenton@gmail.com, if you'd like to email me. Get a hold of me, and we'd love to talk to you about sponsorship and things like that. So
awesome.
Warrant, like the Good Times Rock Tour. And they're bringing some friends on the bus. Also starring Firehouse. And Jack Russell's Great White. Friday, August 16th at Ozarks Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at ozarksamp.com. Bridal Cave and Split Arrow Boutique, part of the COMC concert series.
Welcome to another edition of Furry Friends. I am Megan Albers. This is Mary Meow Me Tilly. We are in the cat room. Hopefully there's no drama today. We have a very sweet, cuddly girl here. Tell me about her.
This is Daffodil.
Daffodil.
And Daffodil is, we think, around 3 years old.
Okay.
Domestic short hair. She is a dilute tortie.
Oh, okay.
Where a regular tortie that you usually see, tortoiseshell, is black with orange splotches. When they are gray with the tan like this, they're considered dilute or muted.
Okay.
So she is and I have a habit of when we get in torties and calicos that come in by themselves as singles, I tend to give them flower names.
Yeah.
So this was Daffodil, and she came in as a stray. She just showed up in some lady's yard. We got the phone call saying I found a tiny kitten.
I mean, she's petite.
She is definitely a petite girl. She wasn't quite the tiny kitten we were expecting that day, but when she came in, she was very sweet. And so we managed. Our issue with when people tell us that they have a tiny kitten is that because we are regulated by the state, we are required to have a certain size kennel space for certain sized animals.
Oh, okay.
And the space that is required for an adult cat has to be much larger than that for a tiny kitten.
Yeah, that's true.
So fortunately, we were able to shift a couple of kennels around and make room for her that day. We can't always do that.
Yeah.
So when people call and they kind of need to get a little idea, compare it. We usually ask, we talking soda can, we talking loaf of bread, She would have been more a half-eaten loaf of bread.
Yes.
Oh, did we scare you? Okay, you want to get down now? Okay, let me.
She's not totally sure about being held.
Let me put you down. There we go.
There we go.
Don't want her just jumping. The floor's wet. They just mopped in here right before we came in. I was afraid if she jumped, she'd hit the floor and
not
land on all fours.
No, we don't want that.
But she's a very sweet, cuddly girl. Tolerates being held, but it wasn't. You could tell it wasn't her favorite thing in the world. Yeah. She'd probably just rather come and lay down next to you on the couch. But yeah, I think she's been doing good in here as far as I've been told.
Okay.
Getting along with the other kitties and everything. And of course, we have no idea about dogs.
Yeah.
Don't really know what her backstory is, but a lot of times when they come in as a stray, if they've been outside for very long, they may have had a run-in with a dog or two, and sometimes that can spook them to where they're not real fond of canines.
Totally understandable. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so,
do we know how she is around kids?
She's only been down in this room for a few days, so I don't know if any kids have been in here or anything. I would guess probably, maybe older kids,
Yeah.
just for the fact that she's not, she let me pick her up and hold her, but you could tell she wasn't entirely comfortable with that. And little kids tend to want to grab Kitty and haul them around.
Yes.
So, maybe not those little bitty kids, but maybe older kids who understand how to, that can read the signs a little better and be taught, this is when Kitty wants to be held and played with, and this is when she doesn't.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Of course, as always, I recommend come down to the shelter, meet her, cuddle her. She loves the little face scratches. She's a huge fan of it. She's a very sweet cat. I think she'll make a great family pet. I mean, she'll make a great pet for anybody. I mean, she's like a perfect cat. So definitely come down quick. And of course, you can always apply to adopt at ozarkscatandcanine.com. And now you guys have a fundraiser coming up, correct?
Yes, we do. It's a little less than a month away now. It's going to be September 7th, which is the Saturday after Labor Day.
Okay.
4 to 8 p.m. at Lake Breeze Event Center, which is in Camdenton. This is our second annual Cause for Paws 2024. We're going to have the silent auction like we did last year.
Awesome.
So your entry fee is, we have the wristbands again this
Okay.
year. They are $25. You can get them at the shelter or at the thrift store or at Lake Breeze Event Center.
Okay.
Cash only, and we ask that you have correct change when you come.
Okay.
Just helps us out, trying to keep all that money separated and everything. For your wristband, you're going to get entry into the event, which includes a silent auction. There's going to be door prize drawings throughout the evening. Hors d'oeuvres and non-alcoholic drinks are included in your fee. They will have a cash bar set up.
Okay.
And new for us this year, because of the change of venue, is that they will be having casino games.
Oh, nice.
And so you will get, I don't know the numbers yet, but you will get a certain amount of chips or play money to play with. And then your prizes, you're not going to win cash, but if you win at the casino games, you will earn tickets that can be used to enter into prize drawings, and they'll have several higher dollar prizes there to choose from. So you're winning the opportunity to win.
It makes total sense. I get it.
But hopefully they're going to have we're trying to arrange dealers and everything who know what they're doing and not just somebody, People aren't real fond of playing the games if the person who's running the game doesn't know what they're doing.
Understandable.
So we're working on getting dealers and everything. We're hoping to have blackjack, craps, and roulette, I believe it is. So should be a good night. Coming, and we are also once again looking for items for the silent auction. So if you have items or services or experiences, like a boat ride last year I think we had a couple of boat rides. We had like some B&B stays, that kind of thing. So that's what we're considering an experience. Anything like that you'd like to donate. All the money that is raised at that event is going to go to the animals.
Perfect.
And you can, if you want to drop it off, you can bring it down here to the shelter. If it's something that needs to be picked up, they can call us down here and we can put them in touch with one of the board members to make arrangements for that.
Perfect. That sounds great.
Yep. Looking forward to a good evening then.
Yeah. Now, is all that information on your Facebook and your website?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. So, of course, I recommend go to the Facebook page, check that out. Make sure you like it because it's great seeing those feel-good stories of animals getting adopted just pop up in your news feed, kind of just boosts your day a little bit, especially when there's like a massive day of adoptions and so many animals get to go to their forever home. But as always, visit ozarkscatandcanine.com. You can see all of the pets that are available, see the upcoming events, details on that fundraiser, all that good stuff. Thanks again, Mary, for hanging out with me in the cat room.
Of course.
Yeah. That does it for another Furry Friends.
Hey, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that tuned in today to Happy Hour. I'm DJ Kyle. Until next time, we'll see you around the block. And of course, we have another great show coming up next week, all right here on Lake TV and all right here on Happy Hour.